Mark 5, coolant bubble. If you have a Mark 5, you probably should replace your coolant bubble because they get old and gross and split like this one and leak everywhere. First thing, this connector, push it in, pull the little nubbin back, pull the whole thing back, good to go. Go ahead and take the cap off. Gonna squeeze down this guy and move him back. I don't have one on hand, but I will link a tool that I have for these hoses. It makes it much easier to get them on and off. Alright, so these are vacuum caps that I'm just gonna use to plug the coolant lines. Let's get this corrugated line out of the way. There's a torque screw right back here, and another one right down there. T25. Rotate and massage it out. Now at this point, pretty much just held up by the lower coolant hose, which I now might be able to get to. Alright, so this is a clamp. You can get them in a set with multiple sizes so that you can cinch down on a coolant line and not have it leak out. So just for example, I can put it on this one, send this up, and then that would put enough pressure on it to seal it so you're not going to lose any coolant, but not put too much on it that it's going to cause any damage to the line. There we go. I'm going to clamp down over here because this is a hard line. Goes between here. Just gonna clamp over here to lose minimal coolant. Twist this a little bit more. And the bubble's out. So in this one, very obvious crack through. A lot of these are not obvious when they fail, and it's mostly around the mid seam here. But basically, if they look gross, replace them. All right, new bubble. This is a male unit. So we'll start with this, getting it vaguely in position and connecting the lower hose, which is mainly just stabbing in the dark. Just route the cable around here for hopefully a little bit of extra space. Okay. Alright, so now it's good and snugged up against it. So, needle nose back on this clamp and shimmy it back down. Nice. So now I can release this, remove the vacuum plug that I put on that one, put that on, move this clamp back up. I'm not going to set that one down all the way until the second one is lined up. Plug the temp sensor back in, or the level sensor back in. This is a 50-50 mix. It's just in a concentrate bottle.
With this method, we should not have lost much of any coolant. However, just to be safe, we're still going to bleed the system. Go ahead and set your heat to max speed and max heat, and then start the car with the coolant cap off. From here, you can add coolant as necessary. Run this for about a minute or two without any extra air being noticed in the bubble. Go ahead and do a quick drive, and then verify that you don't need to add any further coolant.